Hey guys, this is Peter, and today I wanted to talk about bridge mode. And well, to make it a little more relatable, let me tell you what bridge mode can do for you. And let's just start from the beginning. So T-Mobile Home Internet, they send you a device, it's called a gateway, and it talks to the tower. It then sends out Wi-Fi around your house. Now, if you're happy with that, that's exactly what it was designed for. That's fantastic. However, the signals are outside. So we went through this whole progression of trying to get the outdoor signal better. So we modified the radios and put antennas outside pointing it at the tower. And that got us better signal, much better signal. Better signal generally means better scores. So that was great. However, this little access point, now that it's getting a great signal, doesn't really cover the house because it's a gateway. It's both a modem and it's your access point. Now, as far as advanced features, it doesn't have any of those. So we're talking about port forwarding or DDNS or all sorts of things. So if you may be out in the weeds, but if you don't care, and this is all you wanted, you have a small apartment, 2-bedroom apartment somewhere, and this works for you, you're aces. So I don't want people saying, why do I need to get that? I don't need this stuff. Of course you don't. They're Atticus. You don't need anything. This is fine the way it is. So if you do want to cover a larger house, you may actually want to use a different access point. Now you can plug an access point into this access point, but then they're both doing something called NAT, or network address translation. And you're in a situation called double NAT. Not a big deal. I lived like that for years. It was great. However, some people pointed out that you can't do certain things, like play certain games. They were all complaining you're in a double NAT situation. Okay, now there is a different way to solve that. And we took a look at that. And yeah, you could get a different modem that's a modem only and speaking directly to your access point, and now you have a lot of those features back. And that's kind of cool. However, that gets a little bit expensive because now I got a modem, I got an outdoor antenna, and I have an access point. So let me talk to you about this one. This one's Yecom, and it is a neat unit because it is an outdoor modem. You put it outside. It tries to be a gateway. It has some features in it, so people could say, technically, if you put it in this mode, it's a gateway. But don't use it like that. It's not designed for that. It's designed to go outside. It'll run up to 300 feet away, and you can put it in a mode called bridge mode. Bridge mode will make it modem only. In fact, it makes it invisible to your network. It'll grab that IP address from outside and give it directly to your, in this case, my Netgear Orbi, which is a great unit. I've been very happy with it. Hey, if you like any of this stuff, whether it's antennas or anything else, hit my links below. It definitely helps out. But including this Yecom, you don't need an outdoor antenna if you get the Yecom. You don't need a modem if you get so you can replace all of this stuff and just end up with this and talk directly to your Orbi. In bridge mode, it'll grab the IP address from T-Mobile directly and send it straight through to my Netgear. My Netgear has good firmware inside. It's able to do all sorts of tricks, like port forwarding, like DDNS. DDNS is the trick in order to fix the carrier-grade NAT situation. What's carrier-grade NAT? It's T-Mobile is a phone network. Every time you pick up your phone and hit the on button, it gets a different IP address, which is fine for a phone network. It's the secret that makes it work. But when you're in a home network, that's always not such a great thing. What if you're serving Plex? All right, so we've solved all that. If I'm in bridge modes and I give my IP address to a high-quality access point like Netgear, then they have features like DDNS using no IP. I have videos on all that. That fixes it, and now I can serve Plex. So let me just jump right into this and show you. This is the modem. This is the outdoor modem, and look at the price on it. $5.59. There is a coupon code right now, $80 off. That's kind of a crazy price. I am able to serve things like Plex. What is Plex? Plex is all my movies. It's running on a NAS drive, and I want to show you another one of those too. I have a great drive from Synology, and it's a network attached storage drive. I'll put my link to that video too. Boy, I've been covering this stuff forever. But I even have a new one from them. More redundancy. See, I have my photos of all my kids on here. Kids photos, family photos, all that stuff. Not only is it a backup, it's a usable backup, and I've enjoyed being able to share it with my kids. My kids are at college right now. They can watch these 433 movies, and they can also look at all the pictures from ever since they were born. So there we go. That's kind of cool. That's kind of neat, because most people, it's like, do you have a backup? And you're like, I've seen my backup. I've worked with it. My wife sits on the couch sometimes after a movie and flips through them. So we know they're there. We know they're working. All right, so let's talk about this, this modem and how to put it in bridge-only mode. So bridge-only mode is going to allow me to grab an IP address and give it directly to my access point. Here we go. This is what you do. You type in your IP address. In this case, I put it at 192.168.1.1. There we go. There is the firmware to my access point. If you go into network settings, Ethernet, there is a settings under work mode. Work mode has two different modes, gateway mode and bridge mode. Now, what I'm about to show you is putting it in bridge mode. Super cool. Everyone likes it. However, once you do it, this thing disappears. It's passing its IP address right through. So it's not going to be known as 192.168.1.1 anymore. It's going to poof, disappear. How do you get back so you can actually administer this thing? So you can actually see it. So you can change it back to gateway mode if you want to. That's what I want to show you how to do today. In fact, I can just talk you through it. We're going to put this in bridge mode, and it's going to come back, and everything's going to be the same, except for now my access point is going to be able to respond when my address changes, when my IP address changes. When T-Mobile changes my IP address, my access point is going to say, hey, my IP address changed. And it's going to go to that no IP thing I showed you before, and that's a third party. It's going to keep track of my changing IP address, and even though it's dynamically changing all the time, so that I can still find my Plex server even when I'm not home. So this has worked. I've been on trips. I've been down to Carmel, watched movies all night long. I've taken it to Orlando and watched movies all night long. This is a great way to access all of your... My kids are able to... Chicago, New York, they were able to check this stuff out. My neighbor, he's recovering, and he was able to watch video after hundreds of hours of video. Man, he had a lot of time when he was recovering. So there you go, guys. This works beautifully, and it works rock solid. And I'm just going to show you how to put it in bridge mode real quick. Bing, bing. That's all it takes. And then save and apply. It's going to reboot, and then I'll join you back. All right, I'm back, I guess. So the screen doesn't even appear to have changed, but I think if I try to refresh this, yeah, you're going to see it's not there anymore. It disappeared. My access point isn't connected, but if my access point was connected, it would say, I have the IP address now. But what happened right now is I'm plugged directly into the power over Ethernet port using my PC so I can control this thing. That's step one. You got to unplug it from your network. Good news is you don't have to go outside. You unplug it from your network, you plug into the power over Ethernet so you have a direct PC connection to to the modem through the power over Ethernet connector. So now we got to find out, where did it go? Let's find out. So I'm going to go here, and we're going to look for view network connections. You can just type it in, and it's going to look like this. So here, I'm going to click here. Just double click it. There it is. Let's look at the details. Here we go. So it got this IP address here. It doesn't have a gateway address. Of course not. It's in bridge mode. But I can still find a way to access this. I'm going to name it back to 192.168.1.1 so I can administer it. And that's how you get your bridge mode back. You got to directly connect to it through the power over Ethernet connector. And then we're going to make this change right here in network connections. So all you got to do is right click on this, go to properties, click on this one that says Internet Protocol version. Now, what it's set to, what is it set to? Let's go take a look. I'm going to What happens if I double click it? Oh, perfect. Double click it. Go ahead. Double click it. So it was going to obtain this automatically. That means it's going to use the network address translator, which currently there is none because we put it in bridge mode. We said don't do any of that stuff. So it doesn't even have an address. I'm going to go and make one. Say use this one. Let's give it one. 192.168.1. I'm going to put 11. Why? Because I want to give the gateway 192.168.1.1. There we go. Now I know how to find it. And you can even put some DDNS stuff if you wanted to. 8.8.8.8. I mean, you don't have to because we're not going to use it for anything. We can't look up anything. We don't even have a real IP address. The device has an IP address that it's trying to pass through, but we don't have access to it. Okay, let's take a look and go here. Bing. Okay, so now we should have a connection. It says network 22 and it looks like it's connected. I'm going to double click this, look at the details. Yeah, look, now I have a gateway address. My gateway address is 192.168.1.1, just what it used to be. I'm going to go here, delete, enter, and I should get it. All right, in this weird mode where it's in bridge mode but can't really do any, it goes a little slow. But the good news is we're in. Now, this allows me to administer it from inside my house once again. Had I been plugged in to my whole network, I would have been able to, well, it would have had the network address translator in my Orbi, and that would have served my entire house and everyone would have been happy. This is only in case you wanted to regain control of a device that was invisible. So this is how you do it. You unplug it from your network. You plug directly from your PC into that power over Ethernet connector, and then you go using, what was that? What did we call it? Network connections. Here, you just go here. We can type in network, a few network connections. There we go. That's what we want to do, and we did all this. So you can double click it. Double click it. That's really good. And then you can see what everything is. But then we can also right click it, go to properties, pick this one, Internet Protocol version 4 or TCP version 4. And we're going to go to properties once again. And I simply changed it here. Now, if I wanted to, because I wanted to retrain, get things back to normal, and I didn't want to have to climb on the roof and hit reset, I could simply go to network connections, Ethernet, and what was it? Ethernet. And then we have the modes we can switch. I could switch it back. And I'm going to show you that. Because once you switch it back into gateway mode, you're turning on NAT again, network address translation, which means my PC is going to be seen as a peer and given an IP address. Work mode. Again, it's kind of slow when it's in this mode, but this is simply to recover in case you put it in bridge mode and you're like, hey, I really wanted to change something once again. All right, here we go. Bridge mode, gateway mode, save. And save always needs to be followed up with a super save. I don't know what they call it. Apply. They always want you to apply it. It's like I already saved it. Why do I need to apply it? All right. Sure, my wife wrote this software or something. I hit save. What else do you want? Oh, so now it's rebooting. It's going to take 21 seconds. 20 seconds. Changes applied. All right, now don't forget this part. This is key because now you're like forcing it to do this weird stuff. Turn all this stuff off. Save it here. There we go. Close it. Now I'm going to get a nice pretty IP address once again. Actually, I'm not sure if it's going to go back to 192.168.1.1. And it probably did. All right, here's a key step. Unplug your computer and plug it back in. That way you'll get a new IP address. Let's see. Hey, that worked. So now I'm getting good connections once again. I can do my speed test. Let's go and do a full speed test. All right, ready? Let's see what we get. So this is an antenna that's outside. It has a modem built in it. And right now it's doing all the network address translation. So all you really need to do is plug it into, I don't know, a router, and it'll be fine. But if you want Wi-Fi in your house, you might as well let that do it. So that's when you want bridge mode. Let's see, 470 is not bad. Now this upswing is a little bit odd, and that's when you might want to go in and adjust it. I might want to do 5G SA and get 25 and 41. Let's see what kind of values it gave us actually. This is how I have fun. Here, network settings, mobile network. All right, it is 5G SA. Okay, advanced settings. No, that's not what I wanted. Network settings. What are the bands? All right, I'm going to switch to NSA. NSA stands for non-standalone. That's what the T-Mobile one will do, and that's how their network's currently set up. It means you have a 4G LTE primary signal and you have a 5G secondary signal. And let's make it switch automatically. We'll see what it picks up. Apply. Save. Meet you back in 30 seconds. All right, so it rebooted. I actually had to unplug the power from the power over Ethernet and reboot the modem. And look, it came up 5G. I'm getting pretty nice up and down. You like to see those numbers with the up and down. That means that you're connected for sure. And you can always click on the symbol right here and see what you got. Double click on the symbol. It gives you all the system information. We can see that we got bands. We're in 5G SA. Band 25 leading band 41. We're getting, because it's all 5G, we're getting some really good power. We're getting reference signal receive quality, which is good. And signal to noise ratio is pretty darn good. So there we go. That's why we're getting all the bars, is because we're getting so much power. That's just a power reading. The quality reading is really good. So that's a good score. And signal to noise, that's really good as well. So those are decent scores. Anyway, there you go, guys. Hey, thanks so much for watching. I have one that's coming up that's going to blow your mind. It's a modem that's much like this one. A little bit more pricey. This one's a killer deal. I mean, you just can't pass this one up. $559 with 80 bucks off. Wow, that just puts it in the, I don't know, let's see. That's 60, so what's that, 480? The 480 range? That is insane. That's not bad at all. Anyway, guys, there you go. This is quite a good unit. I've used it for a long time, and now we can make it do all of the things. But there's some more on the horizon, guys. See you in the next one. Okay, so you didn't think I was going to leave you hanging, did you? Let's go ahead and test this new one. Can't tell you what it's called yet because it's embargoed, but let's just run it and see how fast it is. It does support bridge mode, and it is pretty darn cool. I don't have an official price on it yet, so that's one of the reasons I'm embargoed. So, but let's remind ourselves what the scores to beat are and see if we can't beat them. This radio is a directional 4x4 MIMO. It's sitting up on my roof, and it's hooked up right now. I just pulled a 40 ping, and I am walking past those scores. And this is with my whole family using it inside. So I just pulled a, it's called 600. Wow, 600. Very nice. And look at this up. Are you kidding me? So I've been using this to serve Plex, and got to tell you, when you're pulling 140 up, and because there's no competition up, you'll have time of day fluctuations using T-Mobile with the down, not on the up. This is pretty much solid 140 all the time. There you go, guys. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and like this video. Comment down below if you want to know what this new modem is, because I'm interested to know how many people would be up for this. You know, compare it to getting a standalone modem and a $400 antenna. So a $600 modem, and this is going to be much cheaper. Anyway, there you go, guys. See you in the next one. Talk to you soon.